Okay, can you see my face? Yes, you can. Look at this. Look at this, fellas. Amen. Yes, sir. Back at it. It's 11:42 p.m. As you can see. Time check. 11:42. This episode is not going to air on time. It just started raining. It's 13 minutes until my house, so we will be doing 7 minutes here. As soon as the 7-minute mark hits, okay, there's some weird fucking people coming across the car. Let's just put the shift in gear in case these people want to get freaky, in case the fellas want to get dicey, icy with us. Okay, they don't want to get dicey, icy. We can go back to our parking lot. By the way, that was not fucking racist. It's called precaution. Doesn't matter if they're white, black, Indian, Pakistani. I don't give a fuck. If it was two white guys, I would have done the same fucking thing. Capiche? Okay. So I put that out there to the whole world, to the whole good old universe. Okay. What do I want to speak to you fellas about today? Let's speak about 2012. Let's speak about the end of the world. Okay, I think that's a good little topic. The end of the world. The end of the world happened in 2012. For those of you that were too young, for those of you that were born after 2012, welcome to the end of the world. This is what it looks like. If you were born in 2013, if you were born in 2012, you're probably a freak. Okay? You're a freaky little motherfucker right now. If you were born in 2012, you are 14 years old right now. That's abomination numbers. That's an abomination. If you guys like comics, abomination. If you were born in 2012, it's a little freaky. It's a little dicey. It's a little dicey, if I may say so myself. I was born in the year 2000. Not a good look as well. Not a good look as well. People thought the end of the world was going to happen in the year 2000 because the computers weren't going to be able to go from 1999 to 2000. I can understand that. I can see that. Now, the Mayans or the Mexicans. I think Mayans and Mexicans are pretty much the same thing, right? Not literally, but I think the Mayans were the indigenous people of Mexico, right? Don't quote me on that one. I might be completely off the mark here and completely wrong, which is a possibility, but it doesn't fucking matter because this is my podcast. We decide what's true, okay? We are the ones that make objectivity real. Anyway, yeah, so the year is 2012. No, the year is 2011. I'm a little kid. I'm probably 10. Yeah, I'm 10 years old because I was born in November. So the year is 2011. I'm a little fucking kid. I just read a magazine that said the Mayan calendar says that the world is going to end in 2012. They didn't give specifics. They didn't say why, when in 2012 or what was going to happen. They just said it was going to happen, which is always like this little funny thing that religious people do. They don't speak in which, in when, in what, in why. It's always it. It's always it. Religious people are the original they, them. Okay? Very vague. A very vague way of speaking. Okay? So, these fellas, the Mayans, say to the world, they announce to the world, we have a calendar, and our calendar says that in the year 2012, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Wrap it up, fellas. It's over. Then fucking Hollywood makes a movie as well, 2012, which, by the way, I've seen it a couple of times on TikTok. I see the movie, I get scared to the fucking pants. I shit my pants seeing that movie because I'm thinking to myself, okay, It's done. I'm 10 years old. It's 2011. I see a movie. 2012 probably didn't even come out. When did the movie 2000? If the movie 2012 didn't come out in 2011 or 2012, it's from 2009, the movie. Do you see what I mean? Do you see what I mean? These people wanted to scare the fuck out of us. The Mayan community probably runs Hollywood. Or they did. Or they did. The Mayan community was running Hollywood. Who the fuck signed on making a movie named 2012 in 2009? The Mayans were running Hollywood, fellas. Let me tell you that much. Let's start going home because I'm tired of being here. So yeah, I'm a little kid. I read on a magazine that the world is about to fucking end, that it's a wrap for all of us. We're fucking done. There's no point on living anymore. So yeah, as a fucking stupid little kid that I was, what do I decide to do? Obviously, I took the thing that I read on the magazine, the article, saying that evidently the world was going to end to a teeth. Like, I thought this is completely true. This is going to happen. I have nothing else. I can't do shit. Like, it's a wrap. It's, oh my God, what the fuck is wrong with these guys' lights? It's a wrap. The world is gonna end. And I got really sad. I got really depressed. I'm 10 years old, by the way. I'm fucking 10 years old. I should be outside, man. I should be playing Call of Duty, which I definitely was. But I shouldn't be getting sad because I think the world is about to end. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? I should be happy that I'm alive. I should be glad that I'm living, getting to experience things as a 10-year-old boy. But no, I'm being bombarded with this information that the world is a wrap, you know? Imagine if 2012 happened nowadays, like with the TikTok and Instagram and with Reels and with social media. Imagine 2012 happened nowadays with social media. Do you know how scary that would have been? With AI, I would be seeing videos of fucking Peru being taken over by fucking earthquakes and whatnot. You know what I mean? Crazy. But again, it's 2011. I'm 10 years old. I'm scared shitless, right? What do I decide to do? I decide on this very day. The day, I remember this so well, guys. I was in Algarve reading this magazine, right? Oh my God, you guys are taking a beating. I remember so well. I was in Algarve, right, when I read this magazine. And at that moment, I made a vow to myself. I made a vow to myself of becoming the best kid in the entire world. That's what I decided to do. And I did. For the rest of the year 2011, I was the sweetest, the best kid, the best child a person could ever ask. I was taking the trash out. There was no trash to be taken out, okay? I was fucking putting the tablecloth on. I was putting the silverware on the table, which I hate to do. I was cleaning dishes that had no cleaning necessary. I was taking shit out of the dishwasher thank you, ma'am. I was taking shit out of the dishwasher that hadn't been cleaned yet. I was taking it out, cleaning it by the hand, putting it on the dishwasher. Again, a double cleaning maneuver. You know what I mean? I was in peck. I was in peck. Something that I obviously didn't do. Obviously. My grades didn't get better, obviously. They kind of got worse because, well, I might be dumb, but I'm not fucking stupid. If the world is about to end, I'm not gonna be studying. Okay, I'm not. It's pointless. There's no point on me studying math. I'm not gonna be studying math at home when the world is ending. I'm gonna be dead either way. So, you know, yeah, I got really sad. I started being a great person. Not that I was a horrible person, but I decided to take it up a notch. You know what I mean? Taking it to the next level. And yeah, uh, I remember it being super like sad, because I would have these days, especially at night, where I couldn't sleep, and I would just cry sometimes before going to sleep, because I was like, oh my fucking god, the world is ending. Like, this is so depressive. This is so depressing. Like, why? Why does the world have to end when I'm alive? I remember thinking this, like, why couldn't I be like my fucking great grandfather, who fucking lived through a World War One? It doesn't seem so bad to live during a World War One, during World War One. You know what I mean? I'd rather live during World War One than during the end of the world. You know what I mean? I don't know, actually. The end of the world might be a little better. Gotta be honest. The end of the world is probably a little tighter. But you get what I'm trying to say, right? Like, what I'm trying to say is that why I remember thinking this so vividly to myself, like, why does this have to happen to me? Why does this have to happen when I'm alive? Because I had these resurrection thoughts as well when I was even younger. Like, I remember it very vividly being in primary school. So like when I was 7 years old, I don't know about you guys, but I very well, when I was a kid, I don't know what to believe nowadays, but when I was a kid, I really believed in resurrection, and I totally believed that I was a dinosaur before being me, okay? I remember so vividly, like, thinking I was definitely a dinosaur, especially when I was in school. We were watching this documentary about dinosaurs, and I was like, "Shit, I sort of remember that. This is weird, but I sort of remember sort of doing these type of things." You know what I mean? Yeah. But what was even more interesting was the fact that for me, as a little kid, thinking, yeah, I had a massive time jump, millions and millions of years of time jump, right? So yeah. But the 2012, I remember so vividly, like, thinking, like, oh my fucking god, why me? God, I'm not even religious. As a little kid, I think you're always religious. I think you just hear people saying, God damn it, if God wanted, he would. Oh fuck, sorry guys. It's hard to drive when we're not on a road that doesn't move. Oh my god, I can't fucking speak when I'm driving. It's hard, okay? I'm sorry, fellas. Okay, I think we should be better now. Sorry. So yeah, I remember thinking to myself, why God? Why does this have to happen to me? I'm just a little kid. I just wanted to live, you know? And I remember as well one night going to sleep and just thinking to myself, like, why can't me and my family just be Family Guy, man? Why can't we just be Family Guy? Why can't I be Stewie Griffin? Why can't my dad just be Peter fucking Griffin and we just live forever? Because I used to think Family Guy was gonna live forever, or The Simpsons, you know? I used to think, 'cause I used to watch Family Guy more than The Simpsons. I just remember thinking to myself, like, why does Peter Griffin, why does Family Guy get to live forever and I don't? Like, as a little kid, I used to think these guys are gonna keep bumping out episodes. These episodes are gonna still be coming out, and I'm just gonna be dead. I'm gonna be dead, and Stewie Griffin lives on forever. Stewie Griffin lives on forever, but I'm fucking dead. Fucked up, man. Fucked up. I don't even know why these fucking Mayans had this stupid fucking idea. Why were we taking the word of the Mayans? The fucking Spanish went there. They killed all the fucking Mayans. They didn't give a fuck about no Mayans, but all of the sudden, the Mayans said, the end of the world is in 2012, and everyone is like, oh my god, the Mayans might be right. They have to be right. What the fuck? Yesterday you were glorifying the fact that the Spanish killed them all. Now you're saying that, you know what I mean? How do we go one day from just fucking dick riding, one day we go from not giving a fuck about no Mayans, you know what I mean? Of just thinking, well, the Mayans, I don't give a fuck about no Mayans, man. The Mayans just, all of them died because of the Spanish, I guess. El Conquistadores. And now we think the Mayans are some sort of fucking know-all about the future? What? I'm not sure if this is true, by the way. If the Mayans all died. I might be wrong. I don't know much about Latin America history. I know a little bit. Even Brazil, like, I think that's something that is not very well taught here in Portugal. It's very glorified, this whole colonization thing. I think we could adjust a little bit the language, like, I don't think we should be saying just discovered the region Brazil. I think we should, this sounds corny as hell, but I just think we should, I think those adjustments go a long way, okay? I think those adjustments in the long term would make a big deal on how people perceive colonization and those things that happen. For example, evidently, Portugal did discover Brazil to Europe, because Brazil was already there. People were already living there, the indigenous people of Brazil. But evidently, we did discover Brazil to the Europeans. We showed Brazil to Europe. I don't know if Asia knew about Brazil. I'm assuming not. Let's assume not. I'm assuming Africa didn't know about Brazil as well. These could be wrong, by the way. I wouldn't put my hands on the fire for these facts that I'm saying. But we did not discover objectively, we didn't discover Brazil. Brazil already was a thing. We did objectively discover Brazil to the rest, let's say, the world, right? For example, something that is way more accurate to be said is we discovered Açores, point blank. There was no one living in Açores. No one knew about Açores. No one knew about Madeira. These two places were empty. That's discovering something point blank, right? Now, if you say to me, no, again, I think Brazil, for example, or the Americas, because the Americas, I think, is more, there's more of this discovery wording used. I don't really hear much about, I don't hear the word discovered used much when we talk about Africa. It's just the word colonized Africa. I don't know, could be wrong on that. It's raining a lot. The weather here got really shit since yesterday to today. But yeah, I've never really understood why we took what the Mayans were saying about the end of the world so seriously, but we don't take anything else they ever said seriously. You know what I mean? Like, we don't give a fuck about what the Mayans have to say about anything, but as soon as they said, oh, it's the end of the world in 2012, everyone is like, ah, mamma mia, credo, no, por favor, señor. You know what I'm trying to say? Maybe, I don't think it makes much sense. I don't know. Like, what else have the Mayans plotted for our future? No, I don't think I've heard anyone say the word Mayan since 2012. Was the end of the world the end of the Mayans? I'm pretty sure the Mayans died when the Spanish got there, right? Aren't the Mayans and the Aztecs? No, I think the Mayans and the Aztecs were beefing, right? It's almost like Wakanda and I'm blanking. It's the Aquaman for Marvel. Oh, I'm blanking. Help me, fellas. I think they had beef, right? I think the Mayans and the Aztecs were always fighting. I could be wrong on this. Again, I told you guys, I think I have some ideas, some like thoughts about the Aztecs and the Mayans, but I don't really know much about like in reality. I have to go and do some research about those civilizations, because I'm very interested in history. Sorry, I think it's pretty interesting how things happen. I didn't really like history in school. I think it was very boring, and the way people taught it was in a very shitty way. Because history is very interesting, man. Like, especially how do you say? I'm blanking again. Fuck me. There's a science or something that studies the evolution of the human species and the evolution of civilization, and I think that's very interesting. I was speaking with my girlfriend the other day about if I had to go to college again and just study something randomly, like you wouldn't have to work on it, or if you did, you would make money, whatever, it doesn't matter. What would I go back to study? And I said that subject, which is I'm not remembering it. Sociology? No, it's not sociology, is it? I'm blanking, guys. I'm sorry. But yeah, I think that's a wrap, guys. I'm almost home. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna wrap this episode up. Thank you so much, guys. Oh, I just came from a gig. Oh my fucking god, I bombed so hard, man. Oh my goodness gracious, you guys have no idea how bad I bombed. I love bombing, man. I'm obviously lying. I obviously want the show to go well, but I wrote a bunch of new jokes yesterday and today, and I just said, fuck it, I have to go do this. And a couple of adjustments to other things. And I really wanted to try them, and I just said fuck it. But it was a rough set, man. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. It was the first time that I had a set that I think I did 8 minutes or 7 minutes something, and at like the 5-minute mark, I was just like, I want to get the fuck off stage. The bartender was coming in front of me. It's a small space. The bartender is a super cool guy, but he was coming in front of me, man. He was asking people what they wanted to eat while I'm trying to do the jokes. It was cutting my flow completely. Then there was just these random things happening. I just couldn't get in rhythm. I even felt like I couldn't fucking speak English, man. You know what I mean? It was a hard set. I think the jokes that I did, there's something to them. I think the crowd was a little rough as well. I don't think the host did a good job, but I think it was also one of his first times. I think it was one of his first times doing stand-up in general. I don't know why he was hosting it, but whatever. It's fine. I think everyone should have an opportunity and chance. It's gonna be someone's first time hosting eventually, so I think just get on with it, you know what I mean? Like, there's gonna be a first time for everything. I just think if you're gonna be hosting, I think you should have a couple of, I think you should be doing stand-up for a little while. Like, I think I've hosted 3 times. I don't love hosting, but I've done a lot of sets. Not a lot, I think I've done 60 some sets, you know? So I'm still terrible at this, but it's not like it's my second set ever. You know, you have no confidence, you have no idea what you're doing. I still have no idea, don't get me wrong at all, really. But I think you should have a couple more sets under your belt at least, just for confidence on stage, you know what I mean? I think the most important thing is just confidence on stage, especially if you're going to be hosting, and just whatever. Well, whatever, I don't know, man. It's all good though, I'm not complaining. Just saying. So yeah, guys, thank you so much. I'm excited to try out these jokes again. I'm gonna write again. I think I'm gonna write a bit when I get home now. It's midnight already, but I think I still have a couple of hours under my belt to grind. So yeah, Thank you so much, guys. I've really been enjoying again these English episodes and just posting on my English Instagram account. So if you guys enjoyed this, just make sure you subscribe and follow my Instagram account. And yeah, thank you so much, guys. Salam alaikum, Savat, Mazal Tov, Namaste, goodbye. Thank you so much. Arrivederci. Goodbye. Have a nice day.